What's up, Dokkaners and Dragon Ball Legenders? Today, we have a special video planned. I am going to be ranking which one is better, Dragon Ball Legends or Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle. With no bias, of course. Now, this video is my idea, so if you go crying in the comments, just know it's my opinion. You don't need to get mad. Just watch it. But just before we start, I wanted to tell you guys a little big something. You see, not a lot of you guys are subscribed, so if you like the content, then please subscribe. But again, all your choice, no pressure. Let's get on with the video. Now, we're going to be ranking these games based on 4 categories. Animation. Usage of Dragon Ball characters. Game mechanics. And overall game, feel of the game. Now, let's rank these games, starting with animation. Now, both games have really good animation for the type of game, but I feel like this question is definitively, easily Dokkan Battle. Now, I'll be honest, some of the older animation can definitely be bad, but that's because it's older, obviously. Well, whenever you're playing Dokkan, it's like you're watching Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super right in front of you. I mean, just look at this Gogeta animation.
Yes, shit. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
It's just beautiful. So yeah, I would say Dokkan wins this one, and it has 1 point. Now on to usage of game characters. Now, what I mean is how well each game uses the characters from Dragon Ball. Now, Dragon Ball Legends does have the green cards that work well with some characters. And they do have transformations for some specific characters, which is very cool. Don't get me wrong. But come on. Dokkan literally has passives that are specific to the character, that are unique to the character and what they do in the show. They also have animations with the character. And I know Dragon Ball Legends has a lot of similar things, but Dokkan just has a lot more that fit with the character. So, again, this goes to Dokkan. Now on to game mechanics. Now, let's start with what Dragon Ball Legends has. Now, in Legends, you can charge your ki, which is cool. You have the cards to attack your enemy, which is, again, cool. You have your super attacks, like the blue card, and rising rushing thing. And like I said before, you have characters that can transform, and that can swap between 2 different characters, which is, again, a cool mechanic. I'm not saying they're bad. It's obviously cool. But now let's talk about Dokkan Battle. Now, in Dokkan Battle, you can do all those things. You have ultra attacks, super attacks, which are basically like the blue cards in Dragon Ball Legends. Dokkan also has transformations, like in Dragon Ball Legends. But, I mean, Dragon Ball has, just off of the top of my head, active skills, transformations, revives, exchanges, standbys, where you have to gain ki to power up to a new level. Not to mention complex passives that you have to work with the character to make them better throughout the turn, so that in the turn you can beat the guy and then you'll be really good, and Dokkan's really good. Dokkan's better. So yeah, Dokkan takes this, and if anybody says Dokkan's an easier game, you're wrong. Now on to the final subject. Overall game feel. Overall feel of the game. Now, to keep up the tradition, let's start with Dragon Ball Legends. Now, in Dragon Ball Legends, I'm sure all you guys know this, but you use your attack cards to attack the opponent and charge up your ki and dodge their attacks, and then attack them with charged ki. Use the cards. Yeah. And Dragon Ball Legends is, of course, a PvP game. I mean, it has some PvE aspects to it. But overall, you just play against other people and then try to win. And I'll give Dragon Ball Legends this. You do have more freedom in what you do with your character. Like, you can pick when to dodge and stuff. More than Dokkan, I guess. But I'll kind of explain why that's not really true. But yeah, pretty fun feel to the game. Dragon Ball Legends doesn't really have anything wrong with it. It's fine for a mobile game. Now on to Dokkan Battle. And I'm going to bring this up because everybody brings this up when they talk about Dokkan. You are hitting colored orbs and fighting against bosses. That's pretty much it. And on paper, I'll admit, it sounds boring. But trust me, it is not. It's only if you explain it in like the simplest way possible, then that's when it sounds pretty weird and boring to be a Dragon Ball game. But it's not just Candy Crush. That is like a single fraction of what Dokkan Battle is. I can say the same thing about Dragon Ball Legends. You're just playing Uno, and you can float around and dodge. That's it. I know some characters have shields whenever they use their red card, or their green card nullifies a certain attack, and some characters transform to be stronger. I mean, Dokkan has that as well, and more. And in Dokkan, you have a lot of control of what you can do. Yeah, remember what I said about the passives? You can read the passives and see what slot they're the best in, what characters you want to pair them with, what leader skill you should put them all on, what leader skill has the best characters. I mean, all of this you have control over. I mean, it's an RNG game, but I mean, both of them technically are. I mean, in Dragon Ball Legends, your router can explode. There's a chance. RNG game. But seriously, I mean, you can get like all of the same cards in Dragon Ball Legends. You can choose the same card whenever you're doing the Rising Rush. I mean, there are RNG aspects, but you definitely have control in both of the games in some sort of way. So with that said, I am giving it to Dokkan. So thank you guys for watching this review over both of the games. Who would have thought that Dokkan would have won? But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, Dokkanners and Dragon Ball Legenders.